Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year to everyone. This is my first video of the new year, obviously, and my first kind of normal video for quite a while, so hello again. So today I'm just going to be talking through my favorite products of last year. I know a lot of YouTubers have already kind of done this in their like Vlogmas and things, but I didn't, and I still have lots of products to talk about. So yeah, if you want to hear what my favorite products of 2020 were, please keep watching. Alright, I hope everyone's doing okay and had a nice quiet New Year's ringing in last night. I had actually intended to go to bed early last night and not even bother to stay up for the New Year like ringing in. We were watching TV, so it wouldn't have been like whatever. But yeah, a lot of people around my apartment complex were setting off fireworks, and with a puppy and fireworks, and she was just a trembling, shivering mess on our laps the entire evening. So we stayed up with her until it was like quiet enough for her to like chill out and go to bed. So that was my New Year's Eve, was watching The Expanse. Love it, loving it. I've read the books, enjoying the TV show, and cuddling a terrified puppy on the lap. So yay. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. I have quite a few products here to talk about. Now, what I'm not going to have in this video are my favorite eyeshadow palettes of the year. I'm going to go ahead and do a separate video on that, so please keep an eye out for that. It should be coming pretty soon. What I'm going to do is just talk about my favorite products in general, and then I'll say my favorite eyeshadow brand of the year, and kind of why I love that particular brand over other brands. So anyway, I'm going to do a couple of skincare things to start us off, and then we'll go through everything else. I believe the majority of these things came out in 2020, but there might be a few things that existed a little bit before then, but are new to my collection, for example. So please forgive me if there are a few things like that. In case you're wondering, I'm wearing a cat shirt today, a cat sweater, but the camera is too high for you to see other than the little ears sometimes, so. Okay, let's start with a couple of skincare things. Now, this one is not new as far as I'm aware, but it's something I've been using pretty much every day for like 5 or 6 months now, and I think it really has helped to even out my skin tone, and that is the Paula's Choice. This is the Skin Perfecting 2% BHA Liquid Exfoliant with salicylic acid. And so it says it's supposed to help unclog and shrink your pores, smooth and even skin tone, and to not really for cleaning, but to kind of help invigorate the face. And I definitely think my skin, I mean, I'm wearing a little bit of the Dior kind of concealer slash foundation stuff, but I don't have a lot on, and I think it has really done a good job of just kind of making my skin look a little bit better, a little bit more even. I still have lots of breakouts. That's not what this is for though, but I definitely think my skin looks better from using this. So I enjoy it. It doesn't break me out at all, or not break me out, but it doesn't make my skin red. It doesn't irritate at all. I just use it once a day. I probably could get away with using it twice a day, but it is expensive, so I am just being a miser about it. Another skincare product that I really enjoy, I do have it on right now, and I think it makes a really good base for makeup, because I don't wear any primers. So by the way, there's no primers on for today's favorites, but this is the Olay Regenerist 3-point day cream. This is also SPF 30, which especially as you get older, it is, I mean, you should wear sun cream, SPF at any age, but as I'm getting older, I realize that it is more important for me to be wearing SPF to help prevent wrinkle formation. So I really like this. It has a nice little pumpy dude at the top, and I found it a really nice cream. I have very oily skin, and so I have to be careful with how, I guess the word is emollient, that the skin creams I use are, because it can make me overly greasy. But this one definitely does it. It doesn't mattify the skin, but it just makes it nice and hydrated without being too greasy. So I really like this, and highly recommend it. It's a bit expensive for how much you get. You only get like maybe like that much of the tube. So that's a bit of a bummer, but I have already bought a backup of this, and this is like my 3rd bottle of this. So I definitely love these two skincare products. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the makeup products. So we'll kind of start with the base and work our way to the eyes. So far and away, my favorite foundation face product of the year is definitely going to be the Giorgio Armani Neo Nude True to Skin Natural Glow Foundation. I used the color number 4. I think it's a pretty good match for me. I think it might be a little dark, but just so you can see right there, it's not too bad. Just buff that in a bit. So actually it's a pretty good match for my skin. It's not too light, not too dark. It's just about right. And because it's a really kind of light to medium finish, you can kind of get away with it not being spot on skin tone wise. So the reason I love this is that it doesn't give me any kind of cake face. It's really light. It barely feels like you're wearing anything. It's definitely something that I could comfortably wear all day. I don't have sensitive skin in the way that my skin gets red from products or I get irritated by products very easily. I have sensitive like to texture or to anything being on my skin. And so I don't tend to wear foundation because I can often feel it. But with this one, it's so comfortable, like you really don't know that you have anything on, but your face looks great. It just kind of smooths and evens out everything. It's just a really, really gorgeous foundation. I love this. So if you're someone who hates foundation, this might be an option for you. Now, this is expensive. I did just buy another 2 of this. I'm only about like that far down in here, but I was on sale and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna buy another one. That way I have a backup. But if you don't want to spend this kind of money on it, I think the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil is fantastic. I was wearing this so much this year as well. It's another one of those really light, it's definitely a foundation, but it just kind of melts into your skin and makes everything look super smooth, super comfortable. So this one's a little bit of a different, this one has a little bit more of a yellowy undertone, and this one was a little bit more pinky for the Armani. But they both just kind of vanish. Sorry, I realized the lights are quite bright. They just kind of vanish on the skin and it leaves you feeling like there's almost weightless, almost nothing on there. I'll put down all the colors that I use of this because I kind of go back and forth between 2 or 3 colors, depending on, not really tan because I'm not been tan at all this year. I've not really been out in the sun a whole bunch, but I'll let you know kind of which ones that I like of this. But this is a great one and it's really inexpensive, so I love this. There was also the Radiant, the Born to Glow one, which I did like as well, but these were definitely my top 2 foundations of the year. For concealer, probably no surprise, I did talk about this one a lot earlier in the year, is the NYX Born to Glow Radiant Concealer. It has a little puffy guy at the end like that, and you just kind of blot it on like that. I love this. I get really, really bad creasing under my eyes, like you would just not believe. Like it's horrible no matter what I do. Set it, don't set it, doesn't matter at all. I really get huge creasing under my eyes. So this one does not do that. I might get a little bit towards the end of the day, but nothing that bad. So I love this. So again, remember I have very, very oily skin, so I'm kind of coming from that standpoint of like lastability for the whole day. And I think this one is fantastic. I go in between like 3 different colors again, just depending on kind of what my skin looks like on any particular day. But I will make sure and list them all down in the description box below. A close runner-up is actually the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Creamy Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. I tried the Colourpop, the matte one, a little while ago, and I hated it. I thought it was such crap, and I was a little bit hesitant to actually try any more kind of face complexion products from Colourpop. I like their eyeshadows, I like the blushes and things like that, but I didn't really feel like trying anymore. But I picked this one up and I actually really like it. It does crease after about 5-6 hours on me, which is actually pretty good considering. But I still really like it. I think it gives a really nice kind of natural look under my eyes. It's not too heavy. It's not too... It just doesn't feel like it's cakey under my skin, on my skin. And that is, for me, the most important thing when I'm looking at face products, is that they don't feel heavy and they don't feel cakey. So I really like this. This is the color, what is this? Fair 20N. Yeah, I like it. I think it's pretty good. Okay, more face things. So shall we do, what's next? There's no primer, as I said, because I don't do primers. Let's talk about blush. So one of my favorites this year was actually the Melt. These are the, what are they called? Digital Dust Duo Blush. I'm wearing, which one am I wearing? I'm wearing the Buzz Blush. this one here. You see that color? That one there. Today, and I also have the more kind of purpley one. This is the Raw Honey, and this is the Buzzkill one. Sorry, I appreciate it's quite bright with the lights right there. There you go. I really like these. I think the formula is really nice. They're not too intense. I mean, it's just a nice kind of flush. That's a highlighter on top of that. It's not these. But you could also use these as a highlighter as well because they are very shimmery. They're not sparkly, but they have like a really nice kind of just shine to them. So I think you could get away just using one of these and not necessarily needing a highlighter. So I really enjoy these. They are quite pricey though, so I do think they're nice, but I do think they're a bit overpriced. And I actually would have to say that probably about most Melt products, that they are overpriced. Another thing that I really liked this year, blush-wise, was actually the Natasha Denona Love Glow Cheek Palette. I have the Bloom, and I do like the Bloom better, but we're talking about products from this year, and this is the one that came out this year. So this is what it looks like. Sorry. So this is it. So what I really love is this one up here, this cream blush. That one is the Glow Cream Base with a little bit of the Super Glow on top. And I've decided I don't like setting my foundation. I don't really care for powders that much. I will talk about a powder I like, but I don't really care for them that much. So I kind of prefer to have either like a creamy blush or a blush that just kind of works well with an unset foundation. And I think this one works really, really well, obviously because it's a creamy one, but then these ones do as well. So I love these. I actually have decided this year that I like blush, which I haven't liked blush in the past. So I have a huge amount of blushes that I actually really, really like. There was some from Colourpop. There was the Cover FX one that I really liked. So these are just some of the highlights, I think, from my collection this year. I like them. Highlighter. I actually weirdly struggled with this one. I have a lot of highlighters that I like. I think the one I've used the most this year has been the Colourpop Horse and Carriage, but that actually came out in 2019, so I didn't want to talk about it this year's kind of makeup. So I thought about other ones that I really enjoyed, and I ended up with a recent addition to my collection, which is actually the Kaleidos Space Age Prophecy, which I am wearing today. I appreciate the glasses make it hard to see, but it is this blinding beauty right here. Look at that. Look at that. So pretty. So this is their multi-chrome highlighter. To you, it should probably just look white, but if I put a little bit on my finger, can we get any color change there? Nope, let's try it on here. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out my new lighting situation here, but anyway, it just looks like white silvery to you, but in fact is actually almost, it's not holographic, it's not hollow, but it's like that same kind of iridescentness. So you know what I mean? There's like a whole rainbow in there, and I just think it's really, really beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. I really enjoy the Kaleidos formula for all of their highlighters. I have them all like right here behind me. So I would highly recommend them, but this is the one. This is just so unique, so different. I don't have anything like this in my collection, and I would definitely recommend this one. I think it is more expensive than their regular highlighters though, if I'm remembering correctly. I think so. It'll be down below. Bronzer, I have also decided that I decided I like blush, and I decided I don't really like bronzers that much, but I have two from last year that I did enjoy, although I probably won't be using them that much. I'm not using any bronzer right now. I don't care, I guess. I don't know. But one I really liked was actually the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. This is in the shade number 1, which is just the lightest, kind of the fairest shade. I like this particular light one because it just adds a little hint of warmth around the perimeter of my face without adding almost really any color. So for me, that's the kind of bronzer that I would go for, is like almost nothing. So this was my favorite kind of overall for the year. But a close runner-up, and this one is more of like, I want to look more bronzed, would actually be the Nabla skin bronzing collection. So this is Ambra, which I think was probably just about the right one for my skin. So it's actually not that dark. It's just a little bit darker than the Charlotte Tilbury one. So if I want to go a little bit darker, I'll choose that. I actually also like the Kiko Milano oh god, Lost in Paradise one. I actually thought that one was a pretty good bronzer as well, but those are the two that I have kind of preferred this year. Okay, what else we got? Powder. I'm just going to mention this. I've decided that I don't really care for powders right now, so it's just kind of put this up there with the one I've probably used the most this year and the one that I've enjoyed the most. And that is going to be the Chantecaille Perfect Blur Finishing Powder. I think of all the powders I've tried, this is the only one that I will probably keep past this year. I might keep some others just for reference, but this is really smooth, really comfortable as far as powders go, and I do think it gives a pore blurring kind of effect to the skin. So definitely recommend it. It is expensive. I think it was discontinued for a little while, but I heard it's Teresa's dad's favorite one. I think it is now coming back into stock, so you can get it, I think probably from later in this, maybe early part of this year. I'm not really sure, but it is coming back. Okay, moving on. Let's do... We can talk about brows. I'm just using the Nabla Brow Divine in the color Jupiter. That's one of my favorite ones I've used this year, but the one I probably used the most, but it's not new, is the Glossier Boy Brow. I mean, that's really all I care about, is just putting a little bit of gel in them to make them look kind of halfway decent. Today I'm wearing the Morphe 2 brow gel just to try it out. It's fine. It's similar-ish. But if I'm going to use a brow product, like if I really want my brows to look defined, I will use the Nabla Brow Divine. Okay, so I have a whole video up on eye primers, which I will put up here. I'm going to be doing a new one. I'm trying out 5 new eye primers, and actually, I think this one will be included on there. So spoiler, I like this. This is the Hourglass Veil Primer. Sorry. Gosh, the light is really too bright, isn't it? Oh, we'll fix it. So it's the Hourglass Veil Primer. This I've been using obsessively, probably for the last 4 or 5 months, really a lot. I kind of go between this, the Smashbox, and the Too Faced. Like those are the 3 that I kind of alternate between on any given day. I really like this. This one did come out this year. So if you're interested in trying a new eye primer, the Hourglass Veil Primer is very good. It is very expensive. I'm trying some new ones from Beauty Bay. Sorry, it's just they're over there. Beauty Bay, Makeup Revolution, Be Perfect, Linda Hallberg, Gerard Cosmetics, and then this one, which will be in a new eye primer video coming up probably towards the end of the month. I still have to try out some of them a little bit longer. So anyway, love this. Eyeliners. Okay, it's my favorite. I'm sorry, I've tried a whole bunch of eyeliners this year, but really this is the only one that I keep coming back to because I freaking love it. And that's the Yuzu Eye Opening Liner. I talked about these in my Japanese makeup video back in, I think, March of last year, something like that. I love these. They have the most beautiful, this one is getting really manky up there, but you know, the most beautiful tip. They stay hydrated a really long time in the container. I was just trying to use up some of the old ones I had. I had a Colourpop one and I had a Glossier one. They're dead. They're completely dried out, and I haven't even had them half as long as I had this one. So I just really think for the price and the quality you're getting is so fantastic, and this is one of the few liners that will actually last me all day. And I literally mean until I go to bed at night, like before I wash my face, it is still going strong. I'm wearing today the KVD Vegan Beauty tattoo liner, and even this lasts longer than that, I swear. So these are available, I think, in the US. You can order them. In Europe, I'm not really sure if you can get them anywhere yet, but they are freaking amazing. An alternative liner, but this one is in a pot, is the Lethal Cosmetics. These are I think it's just their pot liners. This one is in Redux, which is the black one. So that's all that it is. Okay. I have watery under eyes. You'll notice I almost never have anything in my waterline because I have so many pencils to put there. They will not last usually longer than the space of a video. They will be completely gone. This is literally the only product I've ever used that has stayed in my waterline for more than an hour or 2. It's fantastic. If you have watery under eyes, waterline area, and you struggle with keeping any kind of product under there, I strongly, strongly recommend these to you. They are absolutely fantastic. And the next time I make an order from Lethal Cosmetics, I will be ordering a couple of other colors. I really want the yellow. I think that's the next one that I want. Okay, just really quickly, some mascaras that I've been enjoying. I'm not going to go into much detail. This is not new. It's just a Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. Still one of my favorites. I use the waterproof one most days, not this one. And then I'm actually kind of still enjoying the We Makeup More mascara. This one here. It's actually not too bad. I like it. Right now I'm wearing the Linda Hallberg one, and that's okay too. But really, I think, honestly, it's just the L'Oreal one. I think Drugstore does it better with mascaras personally, but maybe I'm biased, I don't know. Okay, last little bit, just a few lip products. So my favorite lipsticks, so like bullet lipsticks of the year, are going to be the Lethal Cosmetics, their new bullet lipsticks. So I have the color, this one is Quest. I do get some Wax Bloom on the outside, but I don't really care because it doesn't mean it doesn't work. So that one is Quest here. I have more of these are just the two new ones, and this one is Arrival. So these two here, and I think they are absolutely stunning. They're an extremely comfortable formula. Just like with my face, my lips are really sensitive to having too much product in them. You'll notice probably that a lot. If I'm wearing any kind of lipstick, I tend to lick my lips a lot or something like that. I'm just like hyper aware of it. And with these ones, I don't do that as much. They're really comfortable. They last a really, really long time. I'm very impressed with them. Love them. I have, how many more do I have? I have two others, and probably, again, next time I make an order from Lethal, I will probably buy another few just to have them. Lip balm is actually going to be the Natasha Denona Lip Euphoria. I bought all 3 colors in this. I loved it. It was so, so comfortable. It's a nice little one. Has like a chocolate chip mint smell to it, which I really like. I like minty smells. I like fresh smells, so not like very perfumey ones. I love this. It lasts so long. It's very comfortable. It has like a little bit of a tingling, so I wonder if it's supposed to be a bit plumping, but I really, really enjoy this. And then the last lip product is the Chantecaille, the Hydrating Tint Balm, or the Lip Tint Hydrating Balm. I bought a whole bunch of balms this year, and this one is definitely going to be my favorite. The color is just so pretty. It's very comfortable. It's almost like just wearing a chapstick with a little bit of a tint to it. I also have the Shiseido one, this one here, and I really like this one as well. So these are kind of like the same color almost. They're almost as expensive as each other, but these are my 2 favorite balms. I got the Juvia's Place balms, which I'm still trying, so I'll let you know what I think about those kind of later on in the year. All right, last thing, and this is kind of like my eyeshadow brand of the year, and I'm sure none of you are going to be surprised that it is going to be Lethal Cosmetics. So here's just a few of the palettes that I have from them. You can see there's the Yelena palette, and the After Dark one is up there. But here we have the Velvet Dusk palette, which I am obsessed with. We have their new Prism one that you make yourself. So here's the one, there's a video I have, I'll pop it up here, of me putting this one together. So it has 2 of the blushes in there. And as far as eyeshadow goes, I really think their quality is one of the absolute, especially the matte formula. The matte I am like absolutely obsessed with. It's so, so good. Really, I cannot rave about them highly enough. Obviously, I'm a tiny little YouTuber right now. I don't get any PR. I don't get anything for free. So everything I have from them, I have bought 100% myself. And the hype is real. It is really, really good. The quality is amazing. And they're just a cool company. They even commented on one of my videos, which was like, oh my God, I nearly had a heart attack like right then. I was so excited. Anyway, everyone, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed my best of 2020. Coming up very soon is going to be the worst of 2020, which there are some terrible products to talk about in that video. So anyway, I will see you next time very soon. I hope you all have a really lovely day out there. And yeah, bye-bye.